Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and well, we have more breaking news from the great government. So, we all know that the January 6th committee thing is being somewhat mostly a lie, and the whole January 6th thing itself was mostly what we're seeing corruption. And that being said, it's kind of crazy that that this is really going on, right? Like we're seeing all this stuff happening. And conspiracy theorists are turning out to be true yet again. Because, obviously, it only takes a year's time for it to happen. Now, obviously, I would say this. When you do a conspiracy theory or stuff around this type of stuff, obviously, you're going to have, in my opinion, you would have, like, a certain amount of time limit, I think, before before it actually comes true. I would say a minimum of around 5 years is probably the max until you say, okay, well, this is happening. Well, we're only in the year one, essentially. Or rather, we could say even 3 years, for that matter, if we really want to stretch the highball, right? Or 2 years. So, that's really what I kind of set the standard. So, we're still 2 years below my actual average. So, this here is that we have from Julie Kelly. We have drama in the Proud Boys trial yesterday after 8 FBI agents caught lying on the stand and concealing evidence from defense attorneys. Motion filed this warning from Nick Smith, attorney representing Ethan Norton. This is what happens when a rogue corrupt FBI. Then we have this as well. I will try to blow this up. Maybe. Let me see here. Oh no, I don't think I have to. I don't think I have to blow this up. Actually, I think I could just read this from here. So it says, today government witness Special Agent Nicole Miller was cross-examined. She testified that she understood her legal duty under the Gen X Act to produce to the U.S. Attorney's Office, USAO, written statements relating to the subject of her testimony. 18 USC 3500, Miller acknowledged that among those statements were messages she sent in the FBI's link syncing messaging system where borough employees communicate with one another. She testified that in order to comply with her Gen X obligations, she complied her link messages in an Excel spreadsheet, which was then produced to the USAO. The version of Miller's Excel sheet produced to the defense contained 25 rows of her linked messages. In cross-examination, the agent acknowledged she alone complied that disclosure. She testified that those messages constituted a complete production of her Gen X statement from Link. However, a close examination of the agent's sheet revealed over 1,000 hidden Excel rows of messages. Miller was thus examined as to whether she had withheld from previous prosecutors linked messages concerning whether the conspiracy charge was factually supported in the Proud Boys case. Julie Kelly goes on to explain that this was allowed to the public. This is allowed to lie to the public without information and operate without oversight by Congress. This agent or someone deleted thousands of messages in FBI's link messaging system. Messages relevant to investigation and required to be produced to defense counsel. Goes on to say with her going to say today government witness Special Agent Nicole Miller was cross-examined. She testified that she understood her legal duty under the Gen X Act to produce to the U.S. Attorney's Office written statements relating to the subject matter of her testimony. So, yeah, 18 U.S.C. 300 Miller. So this is kind of what we're seeing here of what's been going on with all this crazy stuff and what have you. So what we're trying to see here is that all these issues that we're seeing is pretty much being held or done by the FBI in a sense. All the information being withheld. She even says that what messages did the FBI conceal from defense? A request by an FBI informant to alter an official CHS confidential human source report, edit out was I was present. So now, obviously, I'm going to have to blow this up because we don't see the full thing here. I will also blow this up on my channel. I will make sure I will remember this. I will go over it myself. So, again, here it goes. This says, an agent requested Special Agent Miller to go into a CHS informant report that Miller just put together and edit out that agent was present. So, see, we hear this. Edit out that agent was present. What agent was the name of the agent? We don't really know. It's not really shown to us. He goes on to my bad. I apologize. So, she goes on to say here that that brazen lawlessness at FBI in his biggest January 6th case, Boss instructs FBI agent to destroy hundreds of items of evidence. If this is a slam dunk case of seditious conspiracy, why is FBI destroying hiding evidence? Again, Miller's communications with another agent who states that the agent's FBI boss assigned her 338 items of evidence I have to destroy. 338 items of evidence, and this is from the agent's FBI boss assigned her to. And from the hidden rows in Miller's linked spreadsheet, it is apparent that the defense has not received all of her Jenks statements in these relevant communications. That is because the individuals with whom Miller exchanges messages can be seen responding to the agent, but her own statements are missing. For example, consider the below hidden messages in Miller's link. Even more egregious, maybe, FBI access emails between one defendant and his attorneys and discuss its contents. This agent apparently knew one defendant planned to go to trial. The judge excused the jury as soon as this info was revealed in court yesterday, hearing shortly. Finally, Nording must be permitted to cross-examine Miller with the hidden link of messages to determine whether defendant's Sixth Amendment rights have been violated through government collection of attorney-client communications about trial strategy. So, it goes on to say here, Wether v. Bursey, 4-29, all these letters here. Defendant's Sixth Amendment rights are violated when the government gains access to the substance of the attorney-client conversations and thereby create at least a realistic possibility of injury to defendant or benefit to the state. By email to Chambers, the government argues that the attorney-client privilege is waived whenever a defendant communications by jail, email, or phone with his counsel. That is obviously wrong. So, it goes to show that the FBI was withholding information, probably doing the Bursley. I think what they said is the Bursey Act. So, what we're probably going to do here, guys, is that we're probably going to go over the actual Bursey Act here, because I think this is something that that's going on here. As well, we have with this in particular, we have with this. Now, some of you guys may have seen this video, and some of you may have not seen this video. So, what we'll probably do here is I'll go over it with you guys instead of having to do the whole thing. So it says, Ray Epps did everything possible to incite a riot on January 6th. Ray Epps led the charge on the Capitol. Where does Ray Epps get a pass? Or, for instance, why does Ray Epps get a pass? My apologies. But a cancer-stricken grandmother who did nothing more than trespass is sit in solitary confinement. So, what we'll probably do here is that we'll go over this video together and kind of show exactly what's really going on. Why is this Ray Epps person under fire here? Because I know some people have seen this, and there are others that have not. So, I kind of wanted to show this to you guys that what's really going on here.
We need to go into the Capitol. Into the Capitol.
What?
No! Peacefully. Fed. Tomorrow? I don't even like to say it because I'll be arrested.
Well, let's not say it.
We need to go. I'll say it.
All right.
We need to go in.
Shut the fuck up, Boomer.
To the Capitol.
Based Fed posting? All right. We need to go into the Capitol. I didn't see that coming. Okay.
This is Ray Epps actively saying that he needs to go into the Capitol. Now we have here David Dawson saying this video is not from January 6th, and our ideology completely dependent on alternative facts. Sad. Well, here's the thing. Kevin Dalton replies with this is that you're right, genius. This video is not from January 6th. It's from January 5 and January 6th. Let me know if there's anything else I can do for you. And we won't acknowledge anything more from this David Dawson because he's an idiot. And obviously, stupidity seems to be a strong suit. So let's just take a look at this. So we see here that this is obviously a nighttime. So we all know that the in quotation marks, insurrection happened during the day. Well, this is from the night, so this is obviously the night before. And let's go all the way here, and we're at daytime. So that being said, if the last night before is at daytime or at night, and then the other one is at daytime, then yeah, it happened at 2 different days. So then in this here, you'll see him inciting pretty much a riot right here.
Monument Hill.
Stop speaking. We are going to the Capitol, where our problems are. It's that direction. Please spread the word. All right, noted. Okay, but one more thing.
Yeah, so can we go up there? No?
When we go in,
Are we going to get arrested if we
leave
go
this
up there?
here. You don't need to get
Did you
shot.
arrest us all?
There's something that I want you guys to specifically see here. And there's just one thing right here that we have to go to. Now, you see these guys right here where he has this guy on the shoulder? Well, this guy here is actively... Ray Epps is obviously talking to him, and he's doing nothing, and then watch what happens immediately after he whispers in this guy's ear about whatever he's saying to the guy. Start breaking it down. So obviously this guy incited an actual, what you would say, a riot, if anything, and that's a problem here. I think this is a bigger issue than anything, and Ray Epps should most likely be part of the deal here. So I don't know where we're gonna actually have to do something about this with the craziness. We're also gonna look at these this video here, or rather, not really the video, but more along the lines of what's going on in terms of the actual, what you would say, the act that the government has been part of. So, which would be this right here. So now we're seeing something that what we're seeing here is that this is the Brady disclosure consists of exculpatory or impeaching information and evidence that is material to the guilt or innocence or to the punishment of a defendant. The term comes from 1963 U.S. Supreme Court case Brady versus Maryland, in which the Supreme Court ruled that the suppression by the prosecution of evidence favorable to a defendant who has requested it violates due process. So this really means that examples include the following: the prosecutor must disclose an agreement not to prosecute a witness in exchange for the witness's testimony. The prosecutor must disclose leniency or preferential treatment agreements made with witnesses in exchange for testimony. The prosecutor must disclose exculpatory evidence known only to the police. That is, the prosecutor has a duty to reach out to the police and establish regular procedures by which the police inform the prosecutor's office of anything that tends to prove the innocence of the defendant. Not all exculpatory evidence is required to be disclosed by Brady and his progeny. Only evidence that is material to guilt or punishment must be disclosed because its disclosure would create a reasonable probability of changing the outcome of the proceeding. So yeah, I think here this falls right into what is happening to the FBI and how the FBI is insanely corrupt and needs to be demolished immediately. We have no use for the FBI. It's been used nefariously against the American people. It is insanely corrupt and it needs to go away. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care.